Hello, Ariel.
How's it going?
I'm very good. How are you? You relaxed?
I'm doing great. I watched your stream the other day for the Nintendo Switch announcement,
Yep.
um, and I see you're very excited. I have to say, I did a
I saw your
rant. I'm not.
video.
You saw my video, okay?
Yeah.
It was a rant. I have to say, it hurts that Nintendo bought From Software for that game. It hurts because that's the game that I really want to. I mean, all the From Software games are like, the game that I really want to play.
Yeah.
And Nintendo knows that there's a lot of people that would
Yep.
actually buy the Switch because of that game only, and it hurts that they did that.
Yeah, nah. Hey, but I promise you're not losing me, okay? Just because I'm going a little bit on the dark side, doesn't mean I still hear my PC. I love it, okay? I just installed a new BIOS. All good.
I get it. I mean, I was actually impressed. I think the showcase was amazing.
Oh, it was really good, yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Really the biggest disappointment when it comes to the technology is that it's not an OLED. I mean, they already have an OLED with the Nintendo Switch refresh. So why going back to LCD? That doesn't make any sense.
They want to sell it again. They're selling an OLED version again. And we need to. So this is why we're talking today. So HDR is a great announcement, but what about the display? Is it mini LED? Is it micro LED? Or is it, what is it doing? You know what I mean? Is it just a standard LCD? Because then it's not good. But there are already presentations, where people have hands-on and then comparing the old Switch, even with the OLED Switch, and the new Nintendo Switch 2 looks just so more vibrant and brighter. So I have a very good feeling about HDR, actually. Yeah.
Well, let's see. But it was great. I think the games they show, of course, a lot of games for kids, like Mario Kart and stuff. Those are very fun games. But I think Nintendo knows very well their audience when it comes to the kids. Like, I know some kids that they are like, "Oh, Mario," that's what they want to play.
Honestly, I'm not looking forward for the Dusk Plots. That's the title, Dusk Plots. Because I'm associating Nintendo with games like Mario or Metroid Prime 4. I mean, what they showed, us the very short teaser actually was fantastic. I mean, 1080, 120 FPS. I'm not sold on 120 FPS fixed. That's a big question mark. But if we have options like that and in this quality, what I have seen, this is fantastic. That's what I'm waiting for. Not From Software games. That's what the PC is for. I fully understand you. I'm fully on your side.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree. That was very impressive. And actually, I believe, you might think 120 FPS sounds impossible on the Switch, but I believe they can pull it off because if you lower if you optimize it and make sure it runs at 120, it is possible. The game just needs to be designed with that in mind, and I think they did it. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is actually 120 FPS now.
Yeah. The only thing I'm concerned. Sorry, go ahead.
You were concerned about the dock mode, not having VRR. Was that clarified already, or?
I think because no one is actually mentioning it, or Nintendo there's no mentioning in the official spec sheet. So I really think it's HDMI 2.0, which would make sense that you don't have a 4K 120 Hertz output. Wow. It's limited to 1440p 1080p, which would be a very big mistake.
Man,
because you don't need to have VRR in the portable mode, in my opinion. I don't even care on my Switch 30 FPS. I can play it on my Switch because the screen is so tiny. It's not a big problem. But you need to have VRR on your 83-inch OLED screen when you play in docking mode. That's my only concern.
Yeah, that's when VRR will be very, very important.
Yeah, and I have the feeling that's what it is. unfortunately. I mean, at least the screen is bigger. You know what I mean? So it makes more sense now to use it as a portable one, because I found the OLED Switch is just it's not, for me, it's not enjoyable. You know, when you come from a 65-inch and then you even on the go, you know, it's, oh my god, that's too tiny. But let's see. Hey Tox, how are you, man?
How's it going, everyone? Let me play something here. By the way, have you tried a Batman Arkham Knight with the Reno DX HDR mod?
No, I haven't.
This game is just unbelievable. I've never seen, let me tell you, I've never seen any game, any HDR with so much highlight detail, like so much. It's unbelievable. You have to try it because I'm sure you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Batman Arkham Knight, the Reno DX HDR mod is absolutely
I need to try. I mean, the game itself is just fantastic.
Yeah,
the graphical quality is wow compared to newer games. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
This one here, it's on the website with VRR. Yeah, just for the LCD screen. When it comes to output, there's no VRR mentioned anymore. And again, HDMI 2.0 doesn't support VRR. It doesn't. You would need to have FreeSync, but that's not the case because we have NVIDIA hardware in. So it's I mean, NVIDIA can use FreeSync, don't get me wrong, but they will not. You know what I mean?
That is crazy.
That's a little bit, that's my concern. If this is really the case, that's oh my god, I will make so many rant videos, you know.
Because I mean, if you connect it to your big TV to play the games with better quality, and the game doesn't reach 60 FPS or drops, then you get screen tearing. So it will be a mess.
So Mohammed is writing is G-Think. So but G-Think, G-Think is, if you don't have a G-Think compatible monitor, then they're using FreeSync, okay? So that's how I know it, because you need to have, G-Sync is hardware related, okay, hardware based. So yes, they can have this hardware model or whatever you need in the Switch 2, but my TV, there is no, the G4 doesn't support natively G-Sync, does not. It's all FreeSync. NVIDIA is using FreeSync and AMD's FreeSync, the open open-based software, whatever, since years now in their drivers. Okay, so even it's G-Sync, I would need to have a monitor with this support. So I hope I'm just so wrong. I hope so wrong, because again, it doesn't make sense. You know, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, I saw a couple of I'm excited. I mean, let's talk about the price. The price is crap. You know, I know you don't care because you're not buying it, but it's crazy. And I made this very clear. So you can right now buy a PlayStation 5 with is it Astrobot included, the digital version, cheaper than a new Switch. I'm not kidding. So it's crazy where we're going to. And this is just the beginning. PlayStation 6 will be probably here in Australia $1,500 easily. That's what's happening. Everybody is increasing the price because we are so rich. We have too much money.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the pricing and all of that, what blows my mind is that in every single thing that they announce, of course you have to buy it. And you might think, well, of course they need to make their money. But even a tech demo, like a game, that's to showcase what the Switch 2 can do.
Yeah, you have to buy it.
You have to buy that too. It's like buying the tutorial or the manual.
So I understand it's for free if you're online member, something like that, or then it's for free. But you're basically buying. You have to pay basically.
So and that's the other thing. To use the full functionalities, you need to get a membership. Like, is that for the camera and the chat, or I forgot?
Probably I mean, look, it's gaming will get worse. Full stop. And Sony started with the PlayStation 5 Pro to increase the price like crazy, and now Nintendo is doing exactly the same. And
the thing is, I'm okay if the games are expensive, whatever. Okay, you want to charge more money, that's fine. If people want to buy it, they will. But what I am not okay is that after I buy the camera and the Nintendo Switch and everything, now to use what I already have,
You have
I
to
need
be
to
yes,
pay for a membership.
yes, yes.
That is
correct.
crap. That's what doesn't
But
make
this
any
is what.
sense.
But this is, I mean, online play. Sony. If you want to play certain Sony games, you need to be Sony Plus member also. Correct. Not all the games like Fortnite or whatever, but some. So this is
No.
nothing new. You know what I mean? But if
No.
if at least the service is okay and really really good, and I'm using it a lot, then it's like a Netflix subscription. Okay, at some point you need to decide what can you afford monthly. You know what I mean? Because that's how it is. Everything is monthly now. You know, if you like to have Office, you pay monthly. If you like to have this monthly, if whatever, everything is monthly.
Yeah, but the thing is, not the games. Like I understand games, but the functionality of the hardware that you already have shouldn't cost money. It's like you buy a BMW, and now to use the heated seats or something, you need to pay for a membership.
Yeah,
the car is mine, and the hardware is here to work. They locked that behind the paywall. That's what is really nefarious, in my opinion.
Hopefully, no one from BMW is watching. Oh, that's a good idea. Hey.
No, but they actually do that. I'm not kidding.
Nah.
They do that. Like I forgot if it was the heated seats or something. There was a functionality of the car that you have to pay a membership to use it. Wow. It's like, for example, the reference monitor from Sony. You buy the reference monitor. If you want to use certain features that are already there, they are behind the paywall, and you need to pay $1,000 more and another $1,000 more and all of that. So it's crazy.
So let me ask you. So can you actually pre-order the Switch right now in the US? Because I heard no, at the moment you can't. Huh?
Let me get my laptop here a bit so I can read the comments, because on the phone here I cannot see the comments well.
The weird thing is I still can pre-order the Switch here in Australia, so it's not sold out. I mean, I'm not surprised about. I am surprised, because I was thinking that the Switch is gone within minutes. So either they have so much stock on hand, or all the shops just taking pre-orders, but it's still on delivery on the 5th. So there's no delay.
Let me get my battery.
Or maybe people don't really want to buy because it's just too much. I mean, look, let me share the screen here. How can I share my screen? La, la, la. Hello? Oh, here. So that's eBay Games. That's our, I don't know what this is, GameStop or whatever in the US. That's eBay Games here. So it's 769 Australian dollars for the Switch 2 with Mario Kart, okay? Which is not even a physical copy, it's just a download code, as always, you know? So $769, okay? So just to have a look, let's go to the standard PlayStation here. Standard PlayStation 5, the Slim, that's the digital version. That's the disc version either. That's even the disc version, correct? Disc drive, that's the disc drive. I'm not kidding. Right now, let me get this straight. So we have here disk drive, but why is there a number 4?
So you realize that the Switch is more expensive than a PS5?
No, so even they changed the price from the PlayStation 5 even slightly. No, it's just $700 with disk drive and Astrobot. PlayStation 5, not the Pro version, obviously, but hey, that's just crazy, you know. So the Switch without game is $700. 700 Australian dollars. So the charging for the game when you get the game, $69. So why did I actually pre-order this with the game and not the game itself? So where are my games? So I like to know what is the Nintendo Switch games actually.
So you already pre-ordered it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Oh shit, the game is $120. $120 for a Switch game, a Switch 2 game. Okay, that's really it. So they used to be
insane.
$69 or $79. So even thanks God I have all the other games already. They're charging now $109 for the Zelda Switch 2 versions. So just to make this clear, I'm pretty sure, let's go here. Where are products? Let's go to gaming, Nintendo. So the old games, they're $69, $79. Okay, that's
Yeah,
all Switch
Nintendo
2, Switch
usually
2.
they don't lower the price of their games at all.
So $69 for Switch 1 games. Okay, $69. That's what I heard. Okay, so all the Switch 2 games suddenly. This is a crazy increase from price. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. What is this? This looks nice. I will never play this game, but I would like to have this one. What is this? Anyway, okay. This is, I mean, yeah. I think we agree that it is crazy expensive, but nevertheless, I'm looking forward to it because I don't know why. I just hope that I can. So Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime comes later this year, but I just hope that, and I saw already a little bit of a comparison. Zelda, was it Tears of the Kingdom? I can't remember which one, but on the Switch version, you can see when he was panning the camera, a lot of stuttering, and the shimmering. And on the Switch 2 version, it was really, really clean. So I just hope for a very nice 60 FPS picture. That's all what I'm asking for. And VRR on the docking station, please. But hey.
Yeah, I think, I have to say, Nintendo, Apple, this kind of company, Sony, and they have the predatory monetization practices and all that stuff. The thing is, I don't like it, but on the other hand, I do recognize that they deliver some very high quality products. And I think they delivered good games and good products because they know they will get their money, their investment back. Yeah. So I think we have to understand too that if they are not sure they're gonna get their money, their investment back or make some good money, they would not put the effort into making the games. So I also see that they are innovating, they are trying new things, like I don't know, this mouse thing that now with the controller you can do a mouse, and it might not work, but they try. They try to innovate.
It doesn't look I don't know, honestly, it doesn't look like very comfortable what I have seen so far, or very, very, how should I say, user friendly. You know what I mean? It's probably working, but not like a real mouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my thing is that if they don't give you a mouse pad, are you gonna use that on top of the table and then just scratch the controller? Like
I don't know.
I don't know how that would work.
That's not.
But they try. The thing is, my point is, when you watch the presentation, you realize that they are really trying their best.
I mean, don't get me wrong. So this feature, the chat feature, what we have, where you can have your own picture on avatars or whatever, or in a chat or whatever. Even you play a complete different game and you talk to someone. I mean, it's basically nothing else than Discord for Nintendo. Something like that. But it's a great feature. If you have friends, I don't have friends, but hey, if you have friends and you want to talk to them, that's really a great feature. But I agree with you. You have to pay now for the camera and then for the monthly subscription.
Yeah, that's...
And the problem what I'm seeing is, so what about the microphone? The microphone is on the docking station. What if the docking station is far away? I don't think that the quality will be very, very good, honestly.
Yeah, and they showed that example. Actually, there was someone in the couch, and then the docking station was where the TV was, very far away.
Yeah.
And they also show that it cancels the noise. Like maybe it is using some of the NVIDIA features, which cost performance. So maybe the game is gonna run worse if you're using those features, actually.
Yeah, I mean that's all interesting. Yeah, that's all very valid questions. I don't know. We will see soon. I mean, 5th of June is not far away. That's the thing.
I was impressed. I was really surprised with the presentation. The thing is, you notice that their predatory practices, they don't give you anything for free. They are not. They wouldn't even say, hey, you can get your older games looking better now with a Nintendo Switch 2, and they will be enhanced. Now, if you want like a premium version or remaster or something like that, then you have to pay. I think it's like $10 for the upgrade.
Okay.
But they don't give you anything for free. Nothing, no incentive. Like, you just have to pay for absolutely everything.
I mean, somehow, this guy in this great jacket, I don't know what this was, but maybe he's saving for a new jacket. He saw Jensen's presentation and said, hey, we have to increase the price because
I need one of those.
Own a jacket like he does. Oh my god, this was hilarious.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the chat here on the PC so I can see it, because on my phone I cannot. So I can see what's going on.
Okay, so here Martin is saying that From Software game made a must-buy for me, unfortunately. That's why they're doing this.
Exactly. And I don't understand how much money they paid From Software for this. It has to be absurd, because we know From Software, they have a reputation right now. They are not going to damage their reputation by releasing a game that's like a low effort, like super trash.
No. It will be great effort. Not in my opinion, absolutely, you're right. Because From Software is From Software. You're expecting the best, and they just need to consider now it's running on a Switch 2 hardware. You know what I mean? But I mean, again, if it's exclusive and they're focusing on this hardware, it can be great. It can be fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great, unfortunately. And I'm gonna want to buy it, and I'm gonna want to play it, actually. And I think some people are saying that it is going to be like online only, so emulation is not gonna work, because you're gonna have to be connected to their servers. So they know they know if you want to experience it, you have to buy it, and then just buy it into the whole thing.
Hard times, huh? Hard times for you. I will make a video. I will probably make a video for this game and say, hey. Yeah, of course, but you can't pre-order it now. No.
I want to say we have in the chat here Short Fuse.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, so I popped his comment.
Hey, how are you, guy?
So we did a live stream the other day. He's trying to teach me and the community how to do this Reno DX HDR mods, and it's not easy. Like you thought, it's just 2 files that you have to drop into the game.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's for us. It's just 2 files.
Yeah,
but those files are 5 weeks of work.
It's next level. I'm talking about you need to be able to understand a little bit, even programming, to find the right shader, to understand what's going on. It's not easy, but hopefully we can get into it and we can understand how it works. Maybe mod a game, like share that and share how it works with more people, so we can create an army of HDR fixers. And the thing is, I think it's very complicated. It has a very high barrier of entry, but it is worth it because the results are amazing. So thank you very much, Short Fuse Carlos. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. So Tox Mode is hoping that from the From Software game sucks, because if it's good, he has to buy a Switch 2. Oh my goodness, really, it's crazy.
We also have FOMO in the chat. He's saying that the G4 is a beast.
Yeah.
Well, can you take notes about that?
Yeah, a beast behind me. Hey FOMO, how you doing? Save up, boys. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's already Sunday. Tomorrow is work day. Oh my god. Sunday here, okay? Sunday.
Also, we can, later on, if you want, we can talk about the new Sony TVs
We
announced.
can talk now if you want.
Yeah, now that we have FOMO here, I have to say I'm positive with Sony on this one. They announced the RGB mini LED. That's exciting with their own technology. I like that. And they are going to offer a glossy QD OLED. So I think that's a great idea. So we only have two models in 2025 so far that are going to be glossy QD OLEDs. So for me, you have two options to buy a TV this year if you want the best. That's just my opinion. You have the Samsung S90F and the Sony Bravia 8. Unfortunately, Sony, they missed such a great opportunity. I don't think they understand. It's gonna be 120 hertz only. So I'm like, it's the latest panel. So it could be super bright and super awesome and be like the TV to buy this year for everyone. But 120 hertz. And we have to know, we have to see if it's going to be even close to the brightness of the S95F. But it could be. It might be the same panel. So we have to wait and see that. Sony just doesn't they don't understand, man. They drop the ball. I understand, they have to buy their, forgot how is the name of that thing, that they have to, basically what makes the TV 120 hertz and give you, or 144, 165, and gives you the 4 HDMI ports, 2.1, and all of that. They have to buy that from somewhere else, so they don't produce that component. I understand that part. But my point is, whatever it takes, okay, spend more money.
Yeah.
If you deliver a glossy QD OLED that's 240 hertz, I'm not even thinking about 165. You would sell out. I'm telling you, if Sony makes the Bravia 8 glossy QD OLED 240 hertz, is the only big QD OLED screen that you can get that's 240 hertz. There's no way Sony can make enough of them. You would sell out. It's a no-brainer. So they missed
I don't know who makes the decisions then, because I mean, obviously the panel is glossy, which is fantastic. So who makes the rest of the decisions? Are we going for 420? What are they focusing on? On the Xbox, PlayStation, Switch? I don't know. I mean, it's probably not a. It wouldn't be, if the TV is really, really good, it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. But of course, 165 or 240 hertz would be much, much better, much, much better, because you're buying a TV for several years. You know what I mean? Not just for 1 year. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think
Jimmy Harrison.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support, Jimmy. Thank you very much for the super chat. I think they really don't understand it, because there is a market out there that will always buy the best, people who want to have the best. There's a lot of 5090 people out there, and I'm not saying myself, because I cannot buy anything else for a while now. I spent enough money already. But you see the demand for very high-end gaming products is off the chart. If you have the absolute best thing for gaming, you will sell out 100%. And it's going to be awesome for the company. Sony is losing money. They're going down because I don't think they understand what's going on. Gaming is huge. The gaming market is absolutely huge. I know they target their video enthusiasts, and that's fine. But they have to understand, they have the PlayStation. Sony, PlayStation, gaming. I mean,
that's the weird thing. But what we need to understand, and this is sometimes what's really interesting, because Sony is Sony, but PlayStation is their own brand within the Sony company. So maybe they're really not talking to each other that much.
No. Sure, they are not.
I don't know.
But the thing is, regular people don't know and don't care about that. They see Sony, Sony, PlayStation, Sony, so they associate that. And you might think, well, the PS5 is 120, so it doesn't matter if the TV is 240. Well, it does, because
there will be a PlayStation 6.
Of course, there will be. And we'll see what that does. But the thing is, if the TV was 240 and Sony is good at processing, motion interpolation, and all that stuff, imagine that Sony comes out with a feature like Samsung has, this Game Motion Plus, and now your 60 FPS game looks like 240. Can you imagine that? You get a high-end gaming PC experience on your console, and they would advertise that, your frame generation with AI and all the stuff, and it's actually good. It would just be an incredible no-brainer. Everyone has to buy that, and every PS5 owner needs to have that Sony TV, and every PC gamer has to buy that because there's no other 240 hertz big TV. It's such a big win. Whatever it takes, they should do it, and I don't know why they don't see that.
I don't know. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? I really don't know. Hey, but FOMO is getting the S90F and the S95F next week at their spring kickoff compared to the G5. Okay, I need to watch this because not that I'm buying something, but maybe after that. No.
FOMO is all about stopping the FOMO. So if you have
stop the FOMO, but hey, don't make but he is part of the thing,
He's part of the FOMO.
He's part of the FOMO. No, that's actually cool. So check out his channel, if you haven't. He's doing actually the best TV reviews in my opinion. So now in terms of really the when it comes to showing side-by-side comparison and stuff like that, I really like it.
Yeah, I think so too, especially because he does that live and answers, he's doing the TV reviews live, answering people's questions. I think that's the best. Not because he's here. I think genuinely those are the best reviews.
So maybe he meant the G5, not the G4. The G5 is a brightness beast. Obviously, of course, it's much brighter, or it's brighter than the G4.
So I wanted to say something. You remember when we talked about the G5, I said, someone emailed me, hey, I think you made a mistake talking about the G5, saying that the color gamut, based on HDTV test was like 83%, 83 point something percent. And then you compare that with QD OLED, which was like 91%, 91%. Yeah. And you said, oh, that's a big difference. He said, and other people in the comments, they told me, no, that's actually not the case because there are 2 units of measurements. So there's X, Y, and UV, and you're mixing them up. That's not actually, the difference is not that big. The difference is like from 83 to 86, so that's like irrelevant. Actually not. I got confirmation. That's not the case. So the difference is in XY, G5, 79%. QD OLED, 86%. And on UV, G5, 83 point something percent. QD OLED, almost 91%. So there is a difference. Okay, it's not that small, like I said in that. So I was right because I was going for the HDTV test videos, and he actually doubled down on those numbers when he talked about the G5. So yeah, the thing is a little bit confusing because sometimes he says XY or UV, and then on the graph he's showing XY, so it's kind of confusing. But yeah, I was right when I said that.
Yeah, but look, let's see the end result. I like to see the new Samsung, or maybe even the Sony, non-glossy TV next to the G5, because that's what counts. At the end, numbers. Come on. I really don't care much because I like the G4. I like my S95C. You know what I mean? Let's talk numbers and let's talk prices again. Because the G5 is the same price as always as the G4. So very expensive in my opinion. The Samsung will be cheaper. That's how it is. Sony is a complete different story. Anyway, it's way overpriced all the time in my opinion. But
Sony. Yeah. And also that's why I complain about Sony, or complain. No, I'm giving Sony very good feedback. I think I'm being positive about their product. The thing is, because Sony likes to charge more money than the rest of the companies, they have to deliver. If you want to charge more money, be the best. Correct. How can you be the best? I'm telling you, it's easy to be the best. I think.
So Stop Deformer is writing, color space advantage is undeniable, but we need very specific games to show off the difference. Correct, yes.
Yeah.
If you just have games they're using very little of the DCI-P or BT2020 color space, then the QD OLED will never show any advantage. That's the thing. That's what people need to understand. You need to have very bright colors, and what games can deliver like that?
Yeah,
Dragon
and I
Ball,
think
something like that.
and I think games show off these TVs better than anything. I mean, my new GPU, I've been enjoying it a lot because 65-inch.
We lost him on NVIDIA.
You lost me with the. I mean, the thing is, we have to buy into something, right?
Yeah. That's You go for it. Go with
the
NVIDIA.
thing is, we can rant about all the companies because honestly, they are all big greedy corporations. But at the end of the day, we have to buy something.
No. We don't have to buy. We like to buy something, and it really doesn't matter where you spend your money because your money is gone. It doesn't matter where you put it. Go for it. Buy NVIDIA.
I gave NVIDIA all my life savings for the development of AI.
Yeah, so, that's very, very grateful. Very great. Yeah. No, I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
It's just.
So what I was saying, basically, with a big TV and a high-end gaming PC, the results are just incredible. I think I have a monitor. It's a QD OLED monitor. It looks very good. It's 360 hertz, which is fantastic. But size is king. Okay, 65-inch. You can see all the details, and the more pixels you get, the higher resolution, higher fidelity. It's just better.
Yeah.
So it's just TV, high-end gaming PC. That's where it's at. So if you really want to see G5, S95F, the best of the best at their best gaming PC. That's just for everything, HDR and colors, everything. So yeah.
So okay, who is going to buy the Switch 2? Hands up. Who has pre-ordered already? Hands up.
You already gave your money to Nintendo.
I heard, and no, I gave it to eBay Games. I don't know if they're giving it to Nintendo. Somewhere probably. Oh my god! But it's we have. I mean, the good thing is, and this is the good thing with us. You know what I mean? You will hear if because we're spending our own money. You're not getting pampered by companies or whatever. You hear the true stories. You know what I mean? You hear exactly what's going on. If I don't like the packaging, I don't like the packaging. You know what I mean? That's what's going to be. It's
and I have enjoyed glazing over NVIDIA a lot because I didn't get the GPU for free. I bought it myself with my own money, and that has been a lot of fun. But we have people here in the chat also that support NVIDIA. So we have here George. He says that he made sure to pay for the 5090 first before considering starting a family.
Yeah,
that's the way to go.
It's very smart advice. I mean,
we need to support NVIDIA first. And then...
correct. Because look at the shares. Hey, no, I mean yes, but I mean there's some truth behind this as well. You know what I mean? If you don't have a family to support, if you don't have children, yes, you can be a little bit more silly with your money. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, look, I'm happy with my 4080 so far. All good. No need to buy something else. Apart in the Switch. Night of Cyber thank you very much for the super chat. 35 Switch, 2 games, or a high-end PC. I mean, that's up to you. On a long run, PC gaming is cheaper on a long run. Looking at the games.
I mean,
that's a fact.
What if we calculate how much money is everything that Nintendo announced, like every single game, the Switch 2, all the devices, the subscription? If we calculate all of that, that's a high-end gaming PC.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, come on. I mean, look, it is expensive, no doubt about that. And again, Steam or all the other key shops or whatever, they're offering games for a very good price. You know, you don't need to worry about $120 for Super Mario World, or whatever the name is here in Australia. You know, that's crazy. That's crazy, because at the end, and this is so far what I've seen, that this Mario World is just, you know, Super Mario 8 with a little bit different tracks and stuff like that, but it looks very much the same. You know, it's just recycling. But that's what all the companies are doing. You know what I mean? Again, thank you very much for your super chat. Really appreciate it. Yeah, nah, but anyway, I'm looking forward for the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm just hyped with stuff like that, getting something out of the packaging and turning it on for the first time.
And also, you have your kids. They will enjoy
You're
that.
not allowed to touch this.
Oh no, it's for you.
It's too expensive. Are you
it's
crazy?
For you only.
Nah, look. They're not very. I mean, they're not very interested actually in. My little one is playing Fortnite, you know, on the PC. He's not very interested in Nintendo, honestly. But maybe the new one, because the screen is bigger.
So the Nintendo Switch is for you.
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch is for me. What do you think? Hey, I'm 47. I'm looking forward to play Zelda. Hey, come on, that's really a good game.
No, I think Zelda is a great game. I did support Nintendo because I purchased Zelda Breath of the Wild recently for a birthday, from a kid's birthday, and it was $50 plus tax. Was like $55,
yeah.
And it was used. Like, I bought it in GameStop. The game was used, and I had to ask for a replacement because the first one they gave me was like all dirty. The card was like dirty and messed up, and I'm like, can you replace this? It's kind of messed up. It's for a gift, so it needs to be you know, at least clean. So they replaced it. It was crazy, $50 for a very old game. But I know it's a very, very good, you know, very high quality game. Unfortunately, it runs like trash on the Switch.
It does, so yeah.
You better play that on a PC, but yeah,
it does. That's what I don't. Yeah. Anyway, I tried it, and I really like the gameplay from all the Zelda games. I think that's really the best. If you're into gameplay, story, music, it's just fantastic. But when it comes to optics and performance, it's just really bad. I can't play it. Full stop. I can't.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, another super chat for Knights of Cypher. Thank you very much again. I have a 4090 desktop and a 4090 laptop, and use an S90C and an S90D. And I also have nearly 5,000 Steam games from all the sales at Nintendo. It's too much. Wow.
So he's saying I have all of that, and he sees Nintendo as too expensive.
So he spent all of his money, but for PC, but Nintendo is too much. But I mean, I agree. The price for Nintendo Switch is heavy. It's heavy. And I hope they deliver. If I turn on this thing, that the Nintendo Switch for the first time, and I have a LCD black level race thing, I'm going mad. If this is
I don't think you're gonna have issues with that.
If this is not micro LED, sorry, mini LED, then I'm going mad. You know,
you mean the screen? Yeah, the screen might not be perfect. But the game should be fine.
But on the other hand, you know, I mentioned this already. So this bloody Apple book, you know what I mean? That the screen is so thin. And when I watched this and I did the testing in a complete dark room, there's almost no distinguishing between dark and the screen. There is a little bit of a you can see it's not perfect OLED. But it's really, really good. So if it's more or less the same quality, hey, this would be fantastic. But I don't know. Let's wait. I don't know. Thank you very much again for the super chat.
Let's see. I really have to wait for your review to know about that screen, because we might see a lot of videos online now comparing it, and there's a lot of hype.
Yeah, of course.
And not a lot of people know about the things that we talk about with picture quality, so they might not notice if there's an issue like that, or screen uniformity.
Yeah.
Like, who is gonna be talking about the screen uniformity of the Switch 2 or dirty screen effect, or, you know, near black?
Probably just
people don't talk about that.
Yeah, not many people now. So Nono 206 is asking, does Game Motion Plus on Samsung OLED works with VRR on? No, it does not. Does it work on PS5 or Xbox if 120? No, it does not. So you need to have 60 hertz, no VRR enabled. You can enable HDR, but all the rest needs to be disabled. Okay, and then Game Motion Plus works.
Yeah, it also works at 50
okay.
FPS, 50 hertz, but on the console you don't have 50 FPS locked games, but on the PC you can, and it actually looks very good. Surprisingly good.
So yeah, but I can recommend it, and honestly, it's really good. You know, if you have fixed 60 FPS games, which are getting rarer and rarer nowadays, unfortunately, but Game Motion Plus is a huge game changer. You know,
it is really good. I am using it with the 5090. So look,
Yeah,
I didn't give it too much credit. I didn't want to give it too much credit when I initially share my thoughts on these Samsung TVs, because I was like, oh, NVIDIA is gonna do it better. Of course, you have a big, powerful GPU. So this Samsung Game Motion Plus it's not gonna be like great. And I was like, it's not perfect, but I like it and I use it all the time. And now that I try NVIDIA frame generation, especially NVIDIA smooth frames, which is the global frame generation at the driver level. That's something new with the 50 series GPUs. Now we have this frame generation globally. So I think it is fair to compare that with the TV interpolation, because that's not using motion vectors or anything like that. It's not better than Samsung Game Motion Plus. It's not close. Like, I don't even need a side-by-side comparison to know the Samsung is doing a better job, and that's mind-blowing. How is that even happening? It has a lot of artifacts that you can clearly see. It's not great.
I mean, again, I like it, and you can clearly see. I'm using it especially for games like Diablo 4. You know, when you have a side scroller where a lot of the picture is moving, there's such a big difference when you turn this on, you know, because everything is, I wouldn't say crystal clear, but I mean, you have 120 hertz then, or 120 FPS. That's much better suddenly in terms of motion quality.
Yeah. So I really hope once we get 240 hertz TVs from Samsung, I really hope that they step up the Game Motion Plus with a much more powerful processor. And now we can get even better clarity. So you could have 3x, for example, even next year, if we get 180 hertz or 200 hertz, you get 60 FPS, 3x, that's 180 FPS. And it might look very good, and the clarity is going to be superior. So that would be great. I'm looking forward to see if Samsung does something like that, like a frame generation on their TVs improvement. I think it would be great.
So he's asking also, compared to OLED Motion Pro on C1. I mean, I tried OLED Motion on my G4, and it's also good. It looks very nice, but it in terms of input lag, it's not as good as the Samsung Game Motion Plus.
No, it's not as good. I compare the input lag side by side with my C1. Game Motion Plus, some people are saying the input lag is like 20 milliseconds. It's very fast. Really I compare the Samsung Game Motion Plus versus my C1 with OLED Motion Pro High, and the input lag was better on the Samsung TV using that feature. Now the thing is, the C1 is more clear in motion, but you're losing brightness. And the biggest advantage with Game Motion Plus is that you get full HDR brightness. You're not losing any brightness, and the input lag is good, and I think it's great. So FOMO is saying that the Samsung QN990F does 4K 240.
Wow.
Do you know if the Game Motion Plus is improved on that one? That would be great. Is that the 8K? I think that's probably like a matte finish 8K. I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I don't know which one is that. That's probably mini LED. FOMO, you know, now that you're here, please, FOMO, can you test these mini LED TVs, the flickering technology? I know you don't like it, or Brian doesn't like it, but we don't have any feedback whatsoever, any testing from any TV reviewer out there. And I think that that would be fair, or to offer that information for people, because if it's actually good, it's a selling point, and it would be something good to have. So I would like you to test the flickering tech on these TVs at 60 FPS with the PS5, even 120, to see if it works with a PC. Brian has a PC to test that. Please, even if Brian doesn't like it,
Doesn't matter if he likes it or not. Just test it.
No, he said he doesn't like the flickering tech. I understand.
Yeah, me neither. I don't like it either.
You're losing brightness. But the thing is, people don't like it because it has never been great when it comes to the picture quality. Because yes, you will lose brightness, that's inevitable, but at least these companies should calibrate so the gamma looks right. That you can lose brightness but still near black, and the gamma should look correct. And the thing is, they don't care too much about it because people don't care. So it's like a down spiral thing. Like, people don't care, and so they don't pay attention to it. But it could be great.
Yeah. So this I can't pronounce this really. Anyway, so he or she is writing, the Switch 2 has an IPS screen with 0 dimming zones. Won't the HDR experience be horrible? So is this a statement or is this a question? So do we know what the screen is actually? I have no idea. I mean, I would agree if there's 0 dimming zones, despite the fact it's an IPS or not, this would be not good. This would be not good.
I've seen on the videos when they show the screen under light and the Switch was like in an angle, the screen was looking washed out. It was not great. So if it's an IPS with no dimming zones, that's gonna be trash.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree.
So we got a super chat here from Upset Duck.
Upset Duck.
Thank you very much.
Upset Duck.
He's saying, I use 444 chroma on my LG C3. I don't know. That's all. So
okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Are you on the PC or is that on the console? I guess on the console, because on the PC, what I would recommend, it would be just full RGB, and on the TV, just keep it on auto. That's it. It's not nothing.
Yeah, but I think that the problem is with you need to have so there's the option on the G4 now. You can actually force, or what was the option called? Bypass or whatsoever, and you can have 444.
Yeah, so that's so you can use on the C3. I'm not sure if you get any color boosting or something. I think people on the G3, they were not using Game Optimizer mode because the color boosting was not working on Game Optimizer mode. So they use other modes outside of Game Optimizer. So then you have to enable this feature to get full chroma and Cinema Home, for example, which might be brighter, or Vivid mode. And then you tweak the settings and you use ALLM at the same time to get better latency. So that's still not as good as Game Optimizer when it comes to latency, but you get it more colorful and you get the full chroma. Yeah. But I'm not sure about the C3 on that one.
Brandon is writing, or maybe it's a VA panel. It would be a shame if it's not mini LED. So what was the old LCD switch? I never had the LCD switch, the first one. I bought it when they released OLED.
I heard people say that was trash when it comes to the screen. It was very bad.
You know, I saw it a couple of times. I was not sold on that. You know what I mean? So even that the OLED screen is really, really good, but there's also the issue with the green tint. You know, are very bad when it comes to showing shadows or details in very darker shadows. You know, it's going actually into green, which is very bad. But come on, this is how many years ago? I'm pretty sure there is better technology.
And also, I think OLED would be better to save power, right? Because if you have a black,
probably
you have no light. Although, you know, OLED might be more power hungry than LCD. I'm not sure about that.
It depends, you know. It depends at the end. I'm not quite sure. So maybe LCD is actually better in terms of power than I have no idea.
So yeah, FOMO saying that was an 8K. I think I saw a review about that TV from the Display Guy. The matte finish unfortunately. I mean, if Samsung makes an 8K TV, the whole point of 8K is to max out the clarity of the display, so it looks as sharp as possible. To have a matte finish makes no sense for an 8K display, because glossy is gonna give you more sharper, more clear picture. So they just don't get the point, unfortunately. And also it has a I'm not sure if that one has the Samsung also has the no connect box or something like that you have no wires, and the input lag was very bad. I'm not sure if that displays has that. I don't remember, but they have that. That's not good for gaming. But that display, the one I saw from HDTV test, at least it has a mini HDMI port that you can use to connect to the PC or the PS5.
So what games are you playing right now at the moment with your 5090?
I am like a kid in a candy store. I don't even know where to begin. Everything.
Rise of Ronin, is it working? Rise of Ronin?
Rise of Ronin. I like the game, man. It is so badly optimized. It's like you're running a virus, or that game runs like there's a virus in the background, or they are mining cryptocurrency with your PC.
Yeah.
Or probably it's like an emulator. It seems like if you're playing an emulation or something. I've never seen my CPU max out 100% every single core while playing a game. I've never seen that on any other game ever. It's just crazy how bad it runs. So the only way I'm playing that game actually is 60 FPS locked, Game Motion Plus. The frame generation on that game is broken. When you move the camera, it is stuttering like this very badly. So it's unusable. And the NVIDIA smooth motion doesn't work very well either. So Game Motion Plus 60 FPS is how I'm playing that game. So that helps with the CPU load, so it's not as high.
And then
but yeah, I like the game a lot.
They're stuttering as well.
Yeah, it's not stuttering when I do. I mean, it stutters, traversal stutters and stuff, but it's smooth.
Yeah.
It looks good, but it's very badly optimized. But I'm playing many games. Elden Ring. I've been playing Elden Ring now without anti-aliasing at all. So anti-aliasing off, and I am using NVIDIA DLSR to get more pixels. So it looks like 6K, no anti-aliasing, and it is so clear. It's unbelievable. It's like you're looking at the game naked. See, like you can see.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So when you see it so clear, now you start noticing more the low resolution textures and all the defects, which is not great, but it still looks amazing. So I've been playing many games. Everything looks awesome. So I just want to play. That's why I haven't done many videos. I've been just playing.
So that means we need to buy now a 5090 because it's looking good.
I have to say, like, I didn't want to make videos like hyping up the 5090 anymore because I already have it. So I don't feel that's fair, because many people want to get the 5090 and you cannot even buy the thing, and it's $3,000.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Before I had the 5090, I was like, yeah, this is amazing, 16 times the detail. But I think after having the 5090, it no longer makes sense for me to hype it up. But let me tell you, here, just between us, no one is seeing right now. It's amazing. Okay, if you can justify the absurd, $3,000 plus, maybe you're gonna have to pay for that. It is worth every single dollar. But I feel like, have you ever rented a console? Like when you were a kid, you rent a console for a weekend or 1 or 2 days. I had to do that in Cuba because I didn't have a console. So I rented a Nintendo 64, and I remember that weekend I was like 100% gaming, like all day long. That's how I am with the 5090. I feel like I am renting it. Like it is costing me dollars per minute to run it.
So that's it with the stream then, because everyone has to go back to gaming. No, I can understand. So you're hyped, yeah? So you understand when people getting a Switch or a MacBook. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, the
No,
excitement
no,
with any new product. But yeah,
no, no,
59 is
look,
amazing.
I get it. And you're coming from a 30, was it 80 or 3080?
3080, 12
Yeah.
gigabytes. It's
See, and this
almost
is
three times
yeah, that's
more powerful.
come on. No,
Insane.
I see that's the thing, you know what I mean? So people they're actually upgrading, let's say, from a 4090 to a 5090. I think that's not I mean, you have too much money to spend then probably. But again, it's your hobby. But coming from a 3080, that's a big step. You feel this, you can see this, you can suddenly, oh, ultra setting, what does this mean? You know, oh, let's try it. You know, it's fine.
Well, but the thing is, some people sold their 4090 for the same price they bought it 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, that's of course
That's if you can do that, I mean, that's amazing. You basically got your 4090 for free for 2 or 3 years. That's insane. Some people have been able to do that. So in that case, Jensen was right. 4090 was the best investment you could make.
Oh my God, hey, this Jensen guy. He needs to teach the Nintendo guy in terms of check-its and presentation.
Nintendo has Jensen in speed dial. They communicate all the time. That's how they learn how to milk.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. Okay, let's whatever, you know, Switch, Nvidia, MacBook. It doesn't matter. You know, you spend your money anyway. You know, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, you have to give your money to someone unless you're
to.
planning to rob a store or something.
Yeah. No, but okay. Again, I'm happy with my 4080. I'm not sure if you can actually now buy a 5090. Let me quickly check, because the other day when I checked, but the AMD is available. So that's the last information I have. So let's have a look. RTX 5090 sold out. Hey, add to cart, just 6,399.
Oh, is it ready? Just click on it.
Click on it. Wait.
Get it.
Add to cart. Continue shopping. No, because we need another one. View basket. So we have put
that's a steal. Get it. $6,000.
Just one per customer. $6,300. The Ventus 3X. 6,300 Australian dollars.
Wow. But is it ready to buy? Like, can you buy it right now?
In stock. Come on.
That's a miracle. Go for it. It's only $6,300.
Let's have a look. So that's the RTX. So the Radeon RX 9070 XT is completely sold out, but it's cost $1,400. What? What? Is this the latest one?
Yeah, 9070 XT. Yeah,
that's the latest one. So I mean, it's sold out, but come on, it's $1,300. How much slower it is compared to a 5090?
But how much is that in US dollars? Like $800?
So the 17900 XTX is $1,700. It's available here.
Okay, let me see. 1,700 Australian to US.
Yeah, okay, but the 17900, where are my game here? Graphic cards. Hey, this is not working. There's even a 4070, 50. What is the 5080 actually doing? So the 5080 is also available for 2,900.
Also, everything is available now?
Yeah, no, but 5080 is actually pretty good available. So this always means in stock. It's actually, you can just order it. Green means in stock. So we're getting better here in Australia, you know?
That's great.
So let's go back to the 5090. Okay, that's there's a 5090, the Astral, Rock Astral for $7,200. $7,200. Just don't tell me my MacBook Pro was expensive. It's not. It's not.
So you see, that's very expensive for the 9070 XT. 1,700 Australian dollars is $1,027. That's like $1,000. That's a lot, because the 9070 XT MSRP is like $600.
Oh no, wait,
price,
you're talking about
great.
wait. No. The 9070 XT starts at 1400 here. Or 1239. 1239, but it's sold out. Everything is sold out.
Oh, and it is sold out. So 1400 is $845.
Okay.
That's a lot because the MSRP is 600.
Okay.
That's yeah, what can you do?
Can't change it. So, and then of course I need a new CPU. I need the 9950X3D sold out.
No, but I think your 48 is better than that. I would not change it, even when you might get better performance.
No, it doesn't make sense. I'm buying an AMD or whatever, and then I have a 4080. Sorry, it doesn't make sense with DLSS and stuff like that. Come on, it doesn't make sense. I'm just telling you, it's just crazy.
Someone was saying that the 8K LCD doesn't look better than 4K OLED because of the contrast.
Okay.
I think we definitely need 8K. We need higher. We need more pixels. So I can play on with my 15.
No, I mean more pixels is always even so. Now, honestly, it is great for scaling. The more pixels you have on your screen, even you pay not in a native resolution, it's better. It's just better. Much better. Yeah.
Yeah, because for example, with DLSS, let's say you get 8K, you can do DLSS performance. You're upscaling from 4K to 8K. You're gonna get worse performance than 4K, of course.
Yeah.
But it's gonna look better, a lot better. And you can get playable frame rate. We definitely need 8K 120 at least. Which, by the way, that 8K TV from Samsung, based on the review I saw from the display guy, 120 hertz was not working at 8K when it is supposed to work. So there's like a firmware update that Samsung needs to release for that to work. So I saw only 8K 60. That's not worth it. We need more hertz for 8K.
We need everything. You know what I mean? So again, the big question still is, does the Nintendo Switch 2 has VRR in docking mode?
Okay, let me search that.
Let me search this. Because ask your AI 5090. Do something with your 5090. It can predict the future. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, okay. Switch 2. I'm doing this on my MacBook, okay? AI on the MacBook is, of course, not as good as on a
no, I have right now I have a very old laptop here to check.
I need to where's my chat GPT. See, it's just on the phone. Okay, let me ask.
It says that the docking allows you to upscale games to a 4K resolution while also support for HDR and VRR. Yeah. It says that it supports VRR.
This? Okay.
But this is like a quick search. Maybe not, but probably, yeah.
I mean, it makes more sense to have it in a docking mode than in the portable mode.
So Brandon here says it does. They have confirmed it on a Nintendo official page. They also confirmed that it is using DLSS too, which is
okay. This was already. It wasn't confirmed, but I was very, very sure about that because it's NVIDIA. You know what I mean? This would be such a waste, you know, in terms of resources if they're not using DLSS. And this is just crazy, you know. If you can now have, you know, much more or better frame rate with DLSS upscaling and anti-aliasing, oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. We have a lot of another super chat here from Knight of Cypher. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much again.
GPU launches suck. Are you gonna tell that to me? I camped at Micro Center for 26 hours and I didn't get any GPU. You're gonna tell that to me?
So
got to wait until the end of summer.
Yeah,
man. This launch absolutely sucked. I mean, I still have that memory very vividly on my mind when the Micro Center manager comes out and he says we have 4 5090s. 4, and I was number 22. Man, That hurt. And I
This
still
is
waited
crazy.
because I asked him, hey, but is there a chance you get more? And he said, yes, we might get more. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow morning there's gonna be a new truck with more 5090s. And that never happened. So yeah, I was crazy.
Oh. So yeah, there's something. So ChatGPT doesn't know if it's. So ChatGPT is probably completely wrong because whoever is behind
Yeah,
this is telling me.
but here people are confirming it here. Brandon said that on their website it is confirmed. And they technically said it can also do ray tracing.
Yeah,
Can you imagine
yeah,
ray tracing on the Switch too?
No, because I don't want to play with 10 frames, it just doesn't make sense.
Look, I'm gonna make a video about ray tracing, and I've been delaying it because right now, if I make a video about ray tracing, I will be like, it makes no sense. Okay, it's just absolutely nonsense. I have a 5090. I'm sorry. Now you cannot tell me you have to upgrade your old 3080. I have a 5090 and I don't use ray tracing on any game. The other day, someone told me, I think it was Brandon. He told me I was playing a Spider-Man. He said, hey, turn on ray tracing. It's not that bad. And yeah, it was okay. I mean, I lost like 15 frames. So instead of 120, I was getting like 105 or 100 frame. So that's not terrible if it actually looks better.
Yeah, that's good.
That's not that bad.
Are you really so I mean, look, I compared Assassin's Creed Shadows on the Pro and the base PlayStation 5, and the RTGI global illumination on the Pro makes the game just look better. Full stop. Okay, but so in this case, we're talking about still fixed 60 FPS versus no RTGI on the base with also 60 FPS. Okay, so this makes perfectly sense if you're not losing performance. If you're just using something. But if you now have to go back to 30 FPS just to have this, I would say no, thank you. There's no point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So docking mode VRR is working. That's good news. So I'm relieved now. So I should order a second one, I would say, probably.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're getting some of these games now coming out with forced ray tracing. Hopefully, Doom performs very well, but I would still turn it off, especially for a game like Doom. It would perform faster without it.
I mean, Doom is not a game where you stand, oh, look at the nice skyline.
Yeah, like a super fast game.
Yeah, correct. I know. It's a little bit. I would even say, I mean, HDR makes probably sense because you have a lot of explosions and stuff like that. But even that, it's a fast game. You don't have time to look at this or to enjoy it.
Anyway. He's bringing the ray trace audio. I want to try that with Returnal. Returnal has ray trace audio.
Okay, what is it?
The game Returnal. It has ray tracing.
Yeah, no, I know. But what is ray tracing audio? What is it doing?
Is audio with the power of AI.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I wonder the same thing. I have to try it. I guess it's more accurate. It has the power of AI. So if you are inside a cave, you feel like you are more inside a cave, and if you go outside, you feel like you're outside.
Not inside the cave anymore. Okay.
Yeah, it cuts your FPS in half, and you get stutter, but it's actually very good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's very good. Yeah. No. Oh my goodness.
Really. Imagine losing FPS to get better audio too.
Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense really.
But I'll give it a try too.
So Returnal supports it on the PC. Okay. Yeah, I don't have it on the PC anyway. Doom's gameplay. I saw it. Looks rough. So far, I'm not hooked on this game. I mean, the expectations are very, very high, actually. Unfortunately, the same as with all the other stuff, like Switch 2, but it's not on a great level at the moment. But we have to wait. Does anyone played South of Midnight so far? It's actually a good game. It's a okay game. It doesn't suck. I would say this. It's nice actually. I like it, but maybe it's very repetitive over the time, because in terms of fighting or the combat, there was not much difference. But it's not bad.
I think what I really don't like about that game is they think 15 frames per second is better. 24 FPS, that was not cinematic enough. They cut it in half to make it really cinematic. So you get a cutscene at 15 frames per second, even
Yeah,
with
I
a
don't know.
with a
I don't
5090.
know,
Can
but
you
I'm
imagine that?
usually skipping all the cutscenes, so I'm it's
But
okay.
that is crazy. Why would you do that? I mean, there's no artistic thing at all. I'm sorry, that's just bad. I think what
Yeah, that's
happened is
stupid.
they were trying to get it nicer looking, and they realized, if we cut the frame rate down to 15, this might work. And
Yeah.
they, oh
Hey,
yeah, let's do it, and they just went for it.
why not having less frames, even less? Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. So, okay, guys, any questions for us? Anything what you would like to know from, especially from Ariel with his 5090? So, are you taking it out from the case every night and putting it back in the somewhere in a nice place or whatever, or no?
No, I look at it for inspiration.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Yeah, that's
It is
get
so
up in the
big.
morning. It's so big.
I
That's
really
what
like
she
it, man.
said. Yeah.
I really like it. Yeah, it looks amazing. I'm enjoying my time with it. I've been spending some intimate time with the 5090.
Yeah. Okay, I will do the same with the Switch then. Okay. But anyway, now I understand this. I understand this new hardware. It's fine. It's really crazy. Absolutely fantastic. So ray tracing audio has the same idea of light bounces. So audio will bounce off the environment realistically. Okay, good. But yeah, I don't know. I need to hear it actually, if it makes sense, honestly. Marcus, so Kenneth is asking, Marcus, is your wife going to let you get the G5? Okay, so first of all, okay, I don't need to ask my wife if I, and probably no. So that's very simple question, okay? No, I mean, look, I just bought the G4. I bought a MacBook. I am going to get the Switch, and I am not planning to get the G5, honestly.
We have here on the chat Ben. He was the one who sent me the 5090. So thank you very much, Ben. Thank you very much again. So he bought the 5090. He sent it to me for no monetary gain. Like I paid him exactly what he paid for the 5090. So that's awesome.
Very good.
He's saying my S90C has a purple defect on the corner that won't go away even after turning it off.
Okay.
What new TV should I get? That's
I mean, that's a defect, actually. I mean, you should maybe try to replace it. I don't know. But if you
yeah, maybe it's out of warranty because Samsung gives you like 1 year warranty only. But I would still reach out to Samsung because maybe they might do something about it. I would reach out to them. But new TV, I don't think there's anything meaningfully better that you can get. Wait for the S90F to see how much bright it is full screen. If the S90F is 300 nits full screen, I hope that would be nice. That would be a nice upgrade. But it's not meaningful enough. But let's see how much brightness we can get on the service menu with the S90.
I mean, right now I wouldn't buy anything. You have to wait for the new TVs anyway.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I would wait for the price to go down. But the thing is, the S90D is not better than the S90C. The only advantage, because I have both. I have an S90C and an S90D, 65-inch both. The only advantage of the S90D is the calibration. It is better calibrated. It looks more correct. The VD2020 looks better. The white balance also looks better. And I tested 3 S90Ds, and that was consistent with all 3 of them. But it's not a better TV, and it's definitely not worth spending the extra. But yeah, that's a tough spot. Maybe look into I think I saw a setting on the service menu that would cause some of that purple issue. Read the forums and all that stuff with the service menu
Yeah,
to
but
see if
if
there's
it's just
something
in the
you can do
corner,
about it.
this doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. But and reach out to Samsung and see if they want to do something. But yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Also, he still have warranty, so then go with them. I mean,
yeah, I would do
go
this
with the
then.
warranty.
Why not? Why not?
Oh, so maybe he knows he can replace it. So he's asking, okay, what should I replace it? So the S90D, if you get an S90D right now, it's not gonna be 2,000 nits. It's gonna be 1,500 nits, no matter the size, even 77-inch maximum. Of course, out of the box, it's like 1,000 nits. But yeah, the S90D, if they are okay with replacing it with the S90D, go for it. But if your S90C was 2,000 nits, then you're going to lose some brightness. So yeah, hopefully you get it figured out. Yeah, thank you very much again for sending me 5090.
This is really crazy, huh? So what is this here about GTA 5? For example, GTA 5 that they showed on PlayStation 5 has RTGI on for the trailer. Okay, for the trailer. So when's the release date for GTA 6?
We don't know. They don't want to say. Probably that they're going to drop it. I think what they're going to do is they're going to drop a trailer that's going to be like, mind-blowing with a release date. Boom. And it's going to be like October or something like that. Everyone is waiting for GTA 6 release date. I mean, every single company, it is going to be disruptive. GTA 6.
We're talking about 2026. Huh?
No. It's going to release this year. GTA 6 is coming out this year. Actually, there was an interview from the Take-Two, which is the publisher, and he was like, "Yeah, I already know the release date, and I'm not gonna tell you, and it is happening." So I think they are confident that they will release the game this year, 2025, and I think it will happen sooner than what everyone thinks.
Okay, let's hope. Maybe, hey, Switch 2 exclusive.
Well,
no, I hope not. I really hope not.
I hope it comes day one on PC, man. I really hope. Otherwise, we're gonna have to wait.
But it would be the first Rockstar game, which comes day one on a PC, Yeah, so
I still hope it happens.
I'm not sure, but you never know. That changes so much. We have so many changes now. Getting PlayStation games on Xbox and vice versa. It doesn't. It's upside down. Everything is upside down.
So, sorry, Ben.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Okay. We'll go back to that one. So Ben is saying that his S90C was 2,000 nits, so there is no upgrade for you. Wait, the only thing you can do is wait for the S90F to see how much brightness you can get on the service menu. There's no upgrade for you. Like nothing is better than that. Unfortunately, you have to wait for the S90F to see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's go.
Get ready to pay $120 for 30 FPS GTA 6 on PlayStation 5. Yeah, that's what's going to be happening. I'm pretty sure it's 30 FPS. I don't know if you can have 60 FPS on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Maybe it is 60 FPS. I really don't know. I
am confident that it will be 60 FPS. The thing is, it's just too big. Like, there's no way. I think GTA 6 is gonna be perfect. Okay, that's my expectation.
Good. Yeah. Okay, good.
I think it will be perfect. 60 FPS on the PS5, and it's gonna run like a dream. No stuttering, nothing. It's just gonna be the best game ever created. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that, but if it is 60 FPS on PlayStation, I don't know.
I mean, in every single way, it's gonna be the best looking game, best graphics. It's gonna run the best. It's gonna be the best optimized. It's just gonna be best on every single category. Like nothing will come even close. That's what I'm expecting. Hopefully,
Hopefully you're
I
right.
don't get
Really.
disappointed.
Hopefully you're right. Okay, guys. I have to finish soon because I have 3 kids here. They're going to be hungry soon. So any last questions or whatever, announcements? We know now, or we hope that Switch 2 has VRR support in the docking mode. So I just hope that's correct, And then I'm looking forward to play Metroid Prime 4. That's the game I'm waiting for. That's the game I'm waiting for. And of course, I like to play all the Zelda games finally with 60 FPS instead of 30.
Yeah, so to summarize the stream, Nintendo sucks, but we're still gonna give them all our money.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how it is. I mean, hey, come on, they're working with NVIDIA, so they are not that bad, And the more you pay, the more you save. No, wait, the more you buy, the more you save. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
So I'm happy for you. I hope you like the Switch 2. I think the presentation was actually very impressive. Very exciting.
The presentation was really, really good. Again, I'm not happy with the price, but I ordered it already. That's how it is. And I will tell you on the 5th of June if it is worth the money or not. Again, still, I think PlayStation 5 is way overpriced, the Pro version. But anyway, that's how it is. Sotonist is writing, Switch 2 is trash. No one should buy it until after I get one. Okay, good. Good on you.
Yeah, it will sell out. It's gonna be difficult to buy.
Yeah, but that's the weird thing. It's still on. I can still pre-order here in Australia.
So are you guaranteed to get a Switch 2 because you already pre-ordered?
Yeah, but it's still that even the pre-order is still the date is 5th of June. It's not sold out yet.
Oh,
so
really?
That's why I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. So Chase is telling us GTA 5 made $12 billion. If I made $12 billion, I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change either. $12 billion in one game. But how much was it, to make it actually?
I think it was like half. No, Red Dead was $500 million. So I think Red Dead was like $500 million. GTA 5, I don't remember. But it was a lot, but they made their money back very quickly.
Yeah. Hopefully they learned from the Red Dead Redemption 2 launch HDR issue. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, again, I am expecting they will release that in 2025, and it's gonna be absolutely perfect. Like no problems whatsoever with the performance. It's going to look fantastic. It's gonna be the best game ever. That's what I think.
And of course, they won't release on PC.
Well, that would suck.
Would be good.
That would really suck.
What do you mean? No, they won't release for PC. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, they won. No, I'm not confident about that part.
No, I'm not confident either. But this would be good. But I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. Consoles first. You have to wait, unfortunately. Your 5090 has to play all the games while we are enjoying 30 FPS GTA 6.
And it's gonna look great. It's gonna look great.
It will. Okay. Anyway, guys, I think that's enough for today. Any last wishes? Any last comments, Ariel?
No, man. Just saying. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my weekend. I will.
You should.
I will make more videos next week. I promise. I've been playing with a 5090. I'm sorry. Okay, there's a lot of videos I could have done. A lot of missed opportunities. But yeah, I've been playing. So I think the best you can get from me right now is live streams, playing games, because that's all I want to do. But I will try to make more videos next week.
Go for it. Why not? I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Then we see you next weekend, and we see Ariel playing games. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay.
That was good. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. You guys take care. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.